Imagine staring up into the velvet expanse of a moonless night, the stars shimmering like distant cold diamonds scattered on a floor of infinite darkness. We are taught that the universe is a mechanical construct, a vast, clockwork theater of dead matter, expanding gravity, and cold fusion. But what if the stage itself were breathing? What if the galaxies were not just collections of gas and rock, but neurons in a vast brain? Welcome back to Cosmic Horizon Hub, where today we explore a question that feels like science fiction. Is the universe actually alive? This isn't a question about little green men. This is a profound inquiry into whether the laws of physics exhibit signatures of biological complexity. To understand this, we must first deconstruct our own perception of life. We define life by biology, carbon, DNA, cellular respiration. But nature cares very little for our human definitions. What if life is merely an emergent property of information processing? Consider the cosmic web, the massive filamentary structure of dark matter that connects every galaxy in the observable universe. When you look at high-resolution simulations of the cosmic web, they look uncannily like the neural pathways of a human brain. The similarities are not just aesthetic. The mathematics of growth in the cosmic web bear a haunting resemblance to neural networks. If the universe mirrors the architecture of intelligence, could we be tiny, transient flickers of consciousness inside a much larger, self-aware entity? The idea of a biocentric universe challenges the rigid divide between the animate and the inanimate. Physicists like Gregory Matloff have proposed that stars themselves might possess a form of rudimentary consciousness or agency. When we observe the strange behavior of galaxies and the fine-tuning of fundamental constants, we ask, why is the universe so perfectly calibrated? If universal constants changed by even a fraction of a percent, stars wouldn't form and we wouldn't be here to wonder about it. This Goldilocks nature suggests a universe that is self-organizing, perhaps even self-aware, optimizing its own parameters for complexity. Think of the universe as a giant computer, a quantum information processor that is still in the middle of its first boot sequence. Every event, from the Big Bang to a black hole's evaporation, could be viewed as a computational step. Maybe we aren't observing the universe from the outside. Maybe we are the way the universe observes itself. Panpsychism suggests consciousness is not a byproduct of brains, but a fundamental property of matter, like mass or charge. If every atom and star possesses a glimmer of experience, the universe is not a silent void. It is a roaring, vibrant, conscious experience. This shifts our entire perspective on existence. Thank you for watching a Cosmic Horizon Hub. Instead of being accidental, isolated specks of dust in a cold, hostile machine, we become integral parts of a vast, unfolding mystery. We are the sensors of the universe. We are its eyes, its ears, and its questions. Consider the twist in this narrative. If the universe is alive, what is it thinking? Is it growing? Is it learning? If we look at the accelerated expansion of the universe, we see the dark energy, a mysterious, invisible pressure pushing galaxies apart. Could dark energy be an intentional force? Could it be the universe stretching its own limbs, expanding its reach, exploring its own potential? This is the point where science touches philosophy and creates something entirely new. When we look at the complexity of a single cell, we are awestruck. But when we look at the complexity of the 13.8 billion-year-old cosmic evolution, we are looking at the autobiography of a living system. Every star that dies and scatters heavy elements into the void is a memory being forged. Every planet that coalesces is a new chapter in a story that began with a singular, infinitesimal spark. This perspective doesn't strip away the wonder of science. It amplifies it. It transforms the cold equations of thermodynamics into the heartbeat of an infinite creature. You might ask, if the universe is alive, why does it feel so indifferent? Why is it so vast and mostly empty? Perhaps that is the nature of a macro-consciousness. Just as you are unaware of the individual chemical reactions happening in your skin cells, the universe may be operating on a time scale and a scale of perception so vast that our entire human history is a single nerve firing. Our suffering, our triumphs, our search for meaning. These are the vibrations of a tiny part of a much larger conscious whole. This realization brings with it a profound sense of responsibility. If we are parts of a living, thinking universe, then our actions are not isolated. We are the stewards of this awareness. We are the ones who have evolved the capacity to look back at the stars and ask why. That question itself is evidence of the universe's awakening. As we push the boundaries of quantum mechanics and probe the depths of dark matter, we are engaged in a form of cosmic self-reflection. We are trying to understand our own anatomy, our own origins, and our own destiny. The journey to understand if the universe is alive is not a straight road, it is a spiral, constantly returning to the same questions. We have moved from thinking the Earth was the center to knowing we are one of billions of solar systems. Now we are standing on the precipice of a realization that we are not observers of a dead space, but participants in a living, breathing reality. The mystery is not out there. It is in the very fabric of our being. Every atom in your body was forged in the heart of a dying star. You are not just in the universe, you are the universe. And if you are part of that whole, then the mystery of the cosmos is your mystery too. We are the dreamers of a cosmic dream, and every scientific discovery is a moment of clarity in that eternal slumber. Perhaps the universe is striving for awareness, using us as its conduit to understand the depth of its own beauty. Consider the fractal nature of reality. Look at a tree. Its branching patterns mimic the lungs, the rivers, and the cosmic filaments. This is not a coincidence. It is the language of life. If the laws of physics are the grammar of the universe, then structure and complexity are the poetry. Why would a dead, empty machine invest so much energy into producing poetry? Why would it build galaxies with such grace, or planets with such balances, if not to manifest something beyond simple existence? When we observe the quantum realm, the weirdness only increases. Particles exist in a state of superposition, being in multiple states at once, until they are observed. This suggests that the universe requires an observer to fully realize its state. If the universe requires observation to be fully defined, then observation itself is a foundational necessity. Who was there to observe the universe before life arose? Or, more tantalizingly, did the universe create the conditions for life specifically, so that it could finally have an observer? This implies a causal loop, a feedback mechanism where the future influences the past. It suggests that time is not the linear arrow we perceive, but a complex, non-local network of interactions. Imagine the scale of this. If the universe is a living entity, its lifespan is not measured in fleeting ticks, but in eons. A single cycle of a star is like a heartbeat. A cluster of galaxies might be an organ. Dark energy could be the metabolism of a celestial being. And what of the big freeze, or the big crunch? What if these are just the inhale and exhale of a cosmic respiratory system? When we speak of the death of the universe, we might actually be speaking of its sleep, a period of rest before a new cycle. This isn't just poetry, it is a hypothesis that some cosmologists are beginning to take seriously, as they look for patterns in the cosmic microwave background radiation that suggest previous eras or lives of our cosmos. We are merely the current generation of a long, potentially eternal line of exploration. The implications for human identity are staggering. We are not just biological survivors of a cosmic accident. We are the latest manifestation of a universe determined to understand itself. Every book written, every symphony composed, every scientific breakthrough is a ripple of the universe finally processing its own nature. It's as if the universe were a child learning to speak, and we are the first words it has ever managed to articulate. How beautiful and how terrifying is that responsibility, to be the voice of the cosmos, to be the mechanism by which the darkness starts to comprehend the light. When you feel lonely, or small or insignificant beneath the gaze of the infinite night sky, remember, that gaze is not looking down at you from outside, it is looking out from within. You are the universe looking at itself. You are the eyes of the cosmos. This realization doesn't diminish the mystery. It deepens it into something sacred. It means that the universe is not indifferent to our presence. It is defined by it. The cold, mechanical view of the universe has served us well as a tool, but it has failed as a philosophy for understanding our place. We are shifting from a paradigm of separation to a paradigm of participation. We are not separate from the cosmic web. We are fibers of it. The connections between us are as real as the connections between galaxies. We are nodes in a massive intelligence evolving together. Think about the sheer audacity of being. You are made of stardust, complex molecules, and a spark of awareness. The odds of your existence were effectively zero, yet here you are contemplating the very fabric of reality. That, in itself, is a miracle. It is the universe celebrating its own ability to create something capable of wonder. If this perspective resonates with you, if you feel the weight of these questions, you are tapping into the core of what it means to be human. We are the explorers of our own origin, and there is so much more to uncover. We are constantly pushing the frontier, not just of space, but of the mind. The journey to understand if the universe is alive is not just a scientific mission. It is a spiritual one. It is the quest to return to the source and recognize that the source is us. Every time you gaze at the stars, you are engaging in a sacred ritual of self-recognition. Don't look at it as an empty void. Look at it as a presence. Look at it as something that has been waiting billions of years for you to finally look back and recognize it. The conversation between the human mind and the cosmic scale has only just begun, and the answers we find will define the future of our species. Is the universe alive? Perhaps the real question is, are we finally awake enough to realize it? The road ahead is long and the questions are infinite, but we are not walking it alone. We are walking it together, as a collective, as a conscious humanity, as a part of the living cosmos. Your curiosity is the engine of this journey. If this odyssey into the heart of reality has awakened something in you, then you are a crucial part of this hub of discovery. We at Cosmic Horizon Hub are committed to unraveling these cosmic threads one video at a time, but we cannot do it alone. The dialogue requires you. If you want to continue exploring the strange, beautiful, and sometimes terrifying questions of our universe, please hit that like button. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. Do you think the universe is a living entity, or are we projecting our own desire for meaning? And make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Join our growing community of cosmic explorers. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a transmission from the edge of knowledge. And let's keep searching for the truth together. The horizon is vast, the questions are endless, and the adventure has only just begun. Thank you for watching, and stay curious.